didn't sit in a horse till I was 12. A neighbour of mine had ponies down the road, and I'd say till I was about 10 I was afraid of my life to go in under the fence to rub them or anything. And yeah, just something clicked one day and I wanted to be a jockey, and they took a real liking for them. There was no background at home. We had a few greyhounds alright, but no ponies or horses or anything. I suppose I got an apprenticeship then when I turned 16 and started as an apprentice jockey, and it was very slow to get going, but when I made the move then as from apprentice to jump jockey, it just seemed to take off and haven't looked back since. To be honest, I didn't really know anything about depression or mental health. Like I'd heard of depression on the television and on websites and that, but I didn't know what it was, you know. And I suppose for a long time then I was just, I suppose to describe it, I was feeling tired for a long time. And I thought, right, geez, maybe if I have a lie-in Saturday morning, Sunday morning, I'll be all right, you know, I'll be grand for Monday. But I need another lie-in on Monday, you know. And all the lie-ins weren't helping, it wasn't tiredness. So I suppose just over a period of time then I realised, right, whoa, you know, this isn't right, I'm not feeling good. And it still took me a long time to realise that I had depression, you know, to give into it, because I was, geez, I'll be grand, you know, you're being soft, toughen up a bit. But turned out, yeah, it was depression, you know. I suppose it got to the stage where I didn't want to go riding out, I didn't want to go racing, you know, I didn't want to do what I loved. And I think that was very hard going through that. And, you know, I didn't know what to do, like. And I suppose it all came to a point one day, and I had a bit of a breakdown, and it all came out. And, you know, with the help of Adrian McGoldrick, he came to me that day, and he sat down beside me with a chat for 5 minutes, and he said, yeah, you're suffering from depression. He said a good share of the country are suffering from depression. He said it's a very normal thing. And I was very taken aback by that, you know, by his calmness and everything else. And I said, right, well, maybe I'm not alone here, maybe I'm not the only one, you know. Like I was still going out riding the same race that I'd always ride, but I wasn't getting the lift from it that I was usually getting, you know. Like I suppose I was still getting a buzz from riding a winner, but it was just bringing me back to normal, you know. I wasn't getting the kick that I was getting. The bad days were like, it was like having a big concrete block or something tied around your leg, and everywhere you went it was just dragging you down, you know, and pulling you back. It was just, you know, it was impossible to do anything, or, you know, get a bit of motivation to do anything, you know. It was basically lie on the couch, you know. I was just, I'll stay here, I'll be grand. Like I spent a week to 10 days in a mental hospital, and that was great. That, you know, it was a big eye opener, and I suppose it was time to refresh myself as well. And I came out then, did a bit of counselling and everything else, and still doing a bit of that. And, you know, I suppose great friends. I had great friends around me, which was great. But I suppose the start of it was just taking the cork off the bottle, you know, letting some of it out and releasing the pressure. That was huge. I was after taking a couple of weeks off. Obviously I was away in the mental hospital for a while, and I had a couple of different bits done, and, you know, I went to a couple of different places, and I was starting back racing the next day, and I decided, you know, I said, I need to tell people. I had originally said that I was out with my appendix, you know, that's why I was off, but I suppose some people knew and others didn't, and, you know, I didn't want to lie to people, and I didn't want to be going into the weigh room thinking, gee, who knows and who doesn't know. So I just did the thing in the Racing Post, and you know, as it turned out, it was huge, you know, and that gave me a great lift as well. And I suppose, not being selfish, I did it for me and nobody else, but as it turned out, it's helped a lot of people. I am kind of over it now. I suppose there's still bad days, but I'm able to control my bad days now, you know. I've no problem with it now. I suppose it's kind of my friend on a bad day now, you know. I take it and I say, right, we're having a bad day, and I'm able to handle them bad days and drive on, you know. Whereas before, a bad day would really get me down, and next thing it would be a bad week and a bad month, you know. So no, I'm well able to hit it head on now. You know, it's helped a lot of people, but it's everywhere, and I think it is a big problem in racing. And I suppose the problem with racing is a lot of lads and a lot of jockeys are afraid to speak up because they think if you show weakness, you're soft. But I suppose with depression, that's not the case. You know, fighting depression and going at it head on is it's a sign of strength, and you know, to beat it is the thing, I suppose. The one thing I would have told myself is just go and talk to somebody. You know, go and speak to a friend, go and speak to somebody, because that's what I ended up doing, and like, it turned my whole life around really. You know, I thought I was at the point of no return, but you know, I went and spoke to somebody, I let it all out, and I've never been better.